Welcome to another episode of the Ballinesian podcast here on the Polytickin network. Someone's talking about sports. Charger and Raider fan. Going to be talking about a lot of different things. We also got more gambling scandals happening in the world of sports. We got some firings that are going on. What do you say?
I was gonna say that just goes to show Otani's guilty, and
What?
he
I don't,
sacrificed.
guys,
I want to hear it, Dodger fans.
just
This
go
this
by
look
what the
look
history book says. His
this
translator was guilty. He's
no
separate.
nope. This this
Uh,
this gambling probe that's about to pop up from Major League Baseball.
oh man.
Uh, sorry, Luis Ortiz. He was a sacrificial lamb for the first person to get caught right now in a
Bruh.
gambling ring. But I'm telling you, if that's popping out and we just had Otani escaped the bullet for sure
It
because
wasn't
he
Otani's fault. He was a victim of
no
fraud. He was a victim of identity theft.
no.
We'll
That's
talk
his
about it. We'll
homie.
talk about it. Speaking of hot water, though, uh, before we get to the hot water, I want to ask you about Simon and how you make your top ramen real quick because we had it for dinner, and I want to know some elevation techniques that you might have. Shout out to the Polytickin Network, the Pod Boys over at the Polytickin Podcast.
Yeah.
Sefa M, oh hello Marcus.
Sorry,
We're always
Sheffield, you had
throwing
to take
down.
that L today. I beat Sheffield, by the way, in fantasy football in our fantasy football. Canadian Cuz went down.
Bro, the Pods League is going on. Last place has to do an episode with no shirt on. That's the last place punishment for that league.
We're winning.
Uh, yes, shout out to the Pod Boys. Also to the Patreon, Polyticket Patreon,
Hell yeah.
patreon.com/the Polyticket podcast. Make sure you're signing up for that. $5 a month gets you at least 4 episodes. New exclusive only to the Patreon community. There's the chat there. You can ask questions. You can ask specifically what you want the Patreon episode to look into or kind of check out. So definitely hit
For
that up.
sure. Yeah,
Uh,
sign up because you get to hear my name in on the Patreon, which I'm always honored. And I was listening to it and I was like, hell yeah. So
yeah,
yeah,
we're talking about the card collecting and stuff that we've been having going on. Definitely
telling
freaking
you, hey,
seeing you guys do
Poke
your thing.
Coconuts, that's the new YouTube channel coming up, the Poke Coconuts.
Poke coconuts, bro. The cards, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, sign up to the Patreon. Also, shout out to Levasa Island Apparel,
Eee,
www.levasaislandapparel.com. Brother, you ride
love
out
it,
there in
man.
Modesto, California.
E-Rod.
Check out the brand put on for the culture. Catch the wave. And also follow the Instagram, Le_Vasa, LE_VASA, for the latest on what's going on with the brand and also all the good things that they're doing in the community. There in Modesto, 1331 Cascade Avenue, is where Via Dolorosa Congregational Church is, from the mobile fresh drops that they got going on with Second Greater Harvest.
It's
Uh,
funny. Every time I see E-Rod post with his lady, I was feeling, yeah, cheeky.
hey,
Hey, you're so
hey,
cheeky.
hey.
Hey, don't be
Uh,
cheeky.
it's cute and it looks happy, and that's
Hell
I'm
yeah,
happy.
that's yeah.
Uh, yeah. So
I'm just
there's
jealous,
that.
E-Rod.
Follow that. Follow the Instagram and Levasa. Follow our Instagrams, the Politic Instagrams, and the Patreon. And appreciate you guys for always showing support, tapping into the episodes, commenting, and showing the love. All right. Basic top ramen. I'm putting in the water, right? How like 2 cups. I'm boiling it up. Put the noodles in there. You get the freaking sauce
You
pack.
put you put the noodles in before the sauce pack.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
right?
F.
And then you
You
put
already
the
done-
sauce. No,
no,
you
you
put the
already done messed
sauce
up.
on the top of the dry
No,
noodles, right?
no.
And you
So
let
look,
it slowly
all right, go
seep
ahead,
down
go
in
ahead.
and it down into the water, into the noodles, right? And then stir it up a little bit. Put an egg in there, let it cool off. Splash in some soy sauce. All right, and now you have a salty noodle dish with a little bit of protein.
More
Uh,
sodium than you need, but
more
hey.
definitely some sodium, but like if you're trying to elevate that, if you're trying to add certain stuff, what would you suggest for like a elevated bowl of ramen?
So that's the way Lance does it, and there's no wrong way to do it. Lance does it the wrong way, by the way. But where you open your package first, you take the package of sauce out, put it in the boiling water. That way, the water becomes the sauce and not just connected to your noodles. The noodles will eventually soak up the sauce, but you already got you guys get it. And then so you gonna put your noodles in. You don't put in your soy sauce just yet. The shoyu comes in later. So Lance puts in a whole egg. I crack 2 eggs into it, and then let the yolk just fluff up into the noodles. So
Kind of
just
binds the noodles together, yeah.
yeah, it's good. It's good. Do that. I personally, a lot of people use spam. There's nothing wrong with spam. I use spam too. But growing up as a kid, and I know a lot of my siblings just they hate me for it, but I always preferred treat over spam. Don't ask me why. I just like the flavor better. It tastes a little bit more like ham to me. You know what I mean?
It was like Pepsi and cola and Coke.
Yeah, right. It's sweeter too. It's sweeter. It's like a honey
Oh,
ham
okay, more sugar.
compared to like, yeah, to exactly. Everybody's like, oh, no wonder he's diabetic. Uh, so, so yeah, so I'll cut up my treat. I'll put it in. The eggs already, 2 eggs already in. I'll cut up like some green onions and throw that in. And once that's all done, and then I'll put it into
Mm-hmm.
the bowl. Then I'll put in my shoyu inside. I've seen, man, I don't know if you guys don't watch anime, at least do this. Go watch a clip of any time Naruto is eating ramen. Oh my gosh,
They like
his
do really
ramen,
good animation.
man, the ramen looks so good. I know he puts like cheese in it, and
Oh
like
yeah, I saw American cheese.
yeah,
Is
some
good.
people
I'm
put
like, what you putting cheese in soup?
oh man, wait, when you guys come here next time, they have a Naruto themed ramen restaurant and sushi place here in
Hmm.
Tacoma. Food is amazing. Food's amazing. But yeah, I mean,
Hmm. Okay.
I know
Okay.
a lot of people. My pops he likes to shred chicken in it. He wants me to cut onions
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Adding
throw them
stuff in there.
into. He'll put again, yeah, he puts like if it's his own personal one, he'll put like 2 hard-boiled eggs in it. So man, there's oh my gosh. And then like
Oh, okay.
some
You
places
boil
like
the eggs separately, and then you add them.
for
You
my
open them
pops,
up,
yeah,
and then okay.
that's what
Gotcha.
my
Gotcha.
pops.
Gotcha.
Me, I just crack the raw eggs into my
I,
salmon.
I think I want them separately. It's not like fully cooked, but it's like a poached. It's like a
Oh,
wet.
yeah, you and my dad are weird. Anyway, not just joking,
Okay,
joking,
yeah, no,
joking.
that's what I want, but I've never been able to do it. And I'm like, if I bust the egg open in this hot boiling Simon, is it gonna? It'll never get like that. It needs to be like staying in the egg.
No,
Okay,
yeah,
I
yeah.
never thought
I
of
know
that.
you guys
Okay,
want some more salt, yeah. But man, there's so much things you can do. And then if like you're in Hawaii, of course, and you go to like ramen spots, and I'm always gonna be partial to people be like, no, there's good ramen spot. No, if you haven't eaten ramen out of Hawaii, of course, if you're Japanese, Chinese, and you eat ramen from your country, of course, it might probably taste better than Hawaii. But there's a lot of Asian influence in Hawaii as well. So I mean, um, you ever go to Hawaii? Gotta check out a place called Shiro's. They do amazing ramen. Uh, Simon Heaven out in Aya. I'm telling you. And
nice.
a lot of it, like a lot of them will do like it'll look like pho. Noodles, of course, are different, but
Mm.
some of the same things, like the shredded beef you can put inside,
I mean,
the
yeah, with the
vegetables.
pho and meat
Yeah,
combos,
yeah,
you can, yeah.
yeah. So that's different. But what I'm saying, like the vegetables, it'll kind of look like that. But like yeah, for me, I'm gonna put 2 eggs cracked in some raw, cut up some treat, put it inside, some green onions, and then at the end I'm gonna put my shoyu inside. And it also matters what shoyu you use because Kikomen and Aloha shoyu are the only two right answers, and they taste totally different from each other. So, yeah.
I'm thinking it's always like a salty dish, right? If I wanted to sweeten up my noodles, is there a certain sauce you would recommend?
Well,
Or like a fish sauce or like a
ah,
some like a thick one. And I'm thinking of the sauce that they have at the pho spots, like where it kind of
right, but they also have
sweetens it up,
like if you're at a restaurant, they're gonna have their own type of like Simon
like a
ramen
house.
sauce.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
nice,
that's thicker like that. That'll make and so you can ask them too, like if
nice,
you want it
nice.
on a little sweeter side, you can and they'll suggest things for you. Like I don't know if you really like that, you can just really pour some teriyaki sauce in there. But if you
Teriyaki. So okay,
if you
okay.
want something thicker and you're at home, just get a
Always.
little, yeah, maybe like maybe not a teaspoon, like a little bit smaller than a teaspoon of ketchup, some soy
Oh, okay.
sauce, uh, a little bit of brown sugar. Mix that up so the consistency
Oh,
it's gonna
with
be
it.
thicker.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that'll be thicker for you, and then you just throw it into your sauce, and
Nice.
yeah, it makes
Appreciate
it
you.
pretty
Thank
good.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
for sure, for
And
sure.
anybody else listening, also, if you have your own secrets or must do's for Simon, let us know. Probably clip this and let
Man,
people
if we were in
add on
Samoa,
their top.
I'm already driving to the corner store in front of our house to pick up 4 packets of Sami, which in Samoa were only 25 cents.
Bruh. How
Uh,
much is bowl Simon?
I know the case is like $7 now.
And how many are in a case? 8, 12?
12, I think.
Damn, 12 for 7?
I think it's 12.
I
I
could
want
do
to
that.
maybe is it 12? No, because it's only two.
Like 60 cents?
It's 2 rows up and down. No, maybe it's 12. It's either 12 or 9. One of those.
All right. Well, yeah, I
But
mean, that's
still
ridiculous.
still good value. Like a case. I don't know. Those are also one of the things because the the bow means that me and you are used to from Samoa, they weren't impossible to find, but they were hard to find, especially as a college student. You didn't really have the resources to go out and shop. Like, so my mom would send like cases of, she would do bisupo, uh, the wahoo, the yellow
Bruh.
cans when they were cool, like when they were a lot in Samoa, the
Yeah.
yellow cans of wahoo, which are the best. Um, After those wahoo were kind of scarce to find, she would do abana. She would send that. And what else in back home? Well, of course, bongos and UFOs, but those are everywhere now here in the States. Um,
People know now.
yeah,
Our
but
culture is
yeah,
spreading. Our culture is
right.
spreading.
But cases of a case of both Simon and um Bisupo, I could always like count on coming from American Samoa. So fire. Oh yeah, and so
Bruh,
again,
nice.
you could go into a whole another level of Simon or ramen. Ramen. Sorry, my sister hates when I say ramen, and I do it on
Ramen.
purpose. Uh, I say lanyard on purpose.
What
It's lanyard. The end comes with lanyard. I do that on purpose, and I say ramen on purpose to get her mad. But
are you, a little brother?
yes, yes, the the most annoying best little brother ever. But so if you're gonna talk about Simon and ramen, you gotta talk about the sandwich you're eating with it. Can't you can't
Wow.
cannot you cannot eat this, especially if you come home drunk after the bowling alley in American Samoa, and you want you get the Simon, of course, is gonna be cool, but you need something to fill you. So, what we used to do is we used to hang out with everybody at McDonald's. Everybody would order food. We put in for the food. Everybody pay together. But we would leave when the food got there, and we wouldn't eat any of the McDonald's. We would drive to the 24-hour store and eat it. We'd each get a bowl Simon, maybe some of us two, some of us. And we'd get, and so
They
it
got hot
didn't.
water at the store?
They do. They have the kettles because they make coffee, and these
Oh,
24-hour
yeah,
stores in
yeah.
Samoa, they cater to a lot of the people who work at the canneries. So, they're up at those hours, like 2 in the morning to get to work or coming home from work.
Yeah.
So they cater to them, and they would make. You can say it was the alcohol and the other stuff that we should do, but uh, the tuna sandwiches and the egg sandwiches
Oh,
from that Yeti store were the best
wow.
ever. The best ever, bro.
Nice.
So yeah, and then again, pea soup, you can do a pea soup sandwich if you want to go through all the trouble of mixing it, taking out of the can.
Bruh, I like a ham and cheese sandwich with
Oh,
a
yep.
bowl Simon.
Oh, yep.
Like you
Yep.
start dipping it in the broth. You're eating it with the
See,
noodles. You take a bite of ham sandwich. You
but
got
if
the
you have the
noodles to
time,
eat.
you might as well fry some eggs and bologna. Now you got a fried egg bologna sandwich. So
Bruh.
the variants are so much and it's so good. And yeah, man, you living in Samoa, man, you learn to make $5 go a long way.
Yeah.
And food wise in Samoa, it used to go a long way. So
Now it's creeping up there with everybody else.
Yeah, almost.
Speaking of American Samoa, this week was Veterans Day. Shout out to American Samoa for being the highest per capita military recruitment in the country, in America.
I always felt like kids who get recruited from Samoa should have got like some kind of, I don't know, special like privilege of something, like maybe even more incentive when they join like signing bonus. I was like, bro,
Whoa,
you guys come to
bruh.
Samoa and pick us up, like, you know what I mean? Like, I was gonna say something about Home Depot, but that's insensitive. Um, but yeah, like, don't laugh. Uh, yeah, like
They
recruiters get
get
that's
free grand slams at Denny's on Veterans Day. There
there's a lot of restaurants that give
is that
that.
yeah, for real. The compensation, I mean, shout out to the veterans. Appreciate everyone
Man,
that like has
right. Recruiters
taken
make
up that like
Yeah. If recruiters
promise
were
to
able to
serve.
get like if they were able to get commission for like people that would sign up, everybody would be signing up for American Samoa, I think.
They kind of like if the signer uppers got part of the
Yeah,
commission. You
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
the recruiter
Yeah,
sergeant?
yeah, yeah.
I feel like that's the easiest job in the army is being
Right? Like,
the
hey,
recruiter at
station me in
LFO.
Samoa. Right, right,
Bro,
right.
they just walk into your house. Uh, I mean,
It's a
the,
well, the distinction of getting into the military in American Samoa
it's a
is super
distinction.
high. Like
Oh,
for
like
like
how
for
you're
families, yeah, like
the
how you're
honor of
viewed
it
through family.
or how
Yeah,
you're viewed.
yeah. So like when I was growing up too, for folks who don't know, I'm 45, so I'm a little older. Um, like there really wasn't too many there wasn't really too many options to leave the island. Like you could go for
Right.
school. I'm not saying that people weren't leaving for school. Yes, people were leaving for school, but if you didn't have the grades and stuff like that, then like you might not be leaving the island. Like maybe to go visit, but you were
Yeah.
supposed to come back and work somewhere at the canneries, maybe like some people worked at the canneries, or you try to if you were lucky enough, you got like a laboring government job or but like the two things that got people off the island that weren't very well versed in academics was football, and not everybody was the greatest football player. And again, if you play football, you at least have to have some kind of decent grades to get off island, or the military. Those are like two guaranteed ways for you to leave. So it's a lot of the reason why uh Samoan folks had migrated to like California, or like your
Mhm.
family maybe has roots in California, because a lot of these people were like stationed out there and just ended up coming back to the West Coast because it's closer to home. Um, I mean, of course, the longshoreman jobs in Long Beach are credited with that too,
Yeah.
and in Carson out there. But military wise too, a lot of people just there's a lot of people out in there's a community of Samoans in North Carolina that are out there because basically military families went out there and they just like the DC area, North Carolina area, and decided to stay out there in the Kakalakis and just, grow out there. You'll hear a lot of people from Samoan kids you talk to, they're either from like Missouri or Oklahoma. Same thing,
Mhm.
military wise. So big military presence in American Samoa.
Yeah. When you're man, I'm thinking about Veterans Day and everyone signing up to join the military, but I think about like the reasons why, the reasons you're choosing to take this job. That's like
Well, Lance,
easier to get.
speaking personally,
So speaking personally,
why
when
did you
I
leave the island,
when
Lance?
I joined the military is because I was just married at 21, and $3 an hour in American Samoa was
There you
not
go.
gonna cut it.
And look, Lance had a good job, folks. Lance, he was a radio presence in the Samoa, and not just one of those dudes who like say the weather or not. Like you heard Lance's voice
Wrong with weather guy.
every nothing, but you didn't do just the weather. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like you actually were like you were, I would say, one of the top DJs in Samoa for both, for either radio station. Also, you did a lot of like there was so many things that you were doing, and from the outside looking in, people probably thought, why is he joining the military? He's making money out of here. And hearing it from you, exactly. hearing it from you now, people probably realize like, man, minimum wage back home sucks. So I mean, military, yeah,
bro.
even the reserves, that's another option for a lot of kids back home. Not everybody just joins basic or to go
Right, to join active. Yeah.
active duty. Sorry. Yeah.
That's
So
that's cool to be able to have that reserve unit where you can, you know, have the training every month, uh, and then get the pay every
yeah,
month for like
yeah,
that, you know, being on that. And it's much more than what you're making at your 9 to 5 that you have come back to. But you still get to be home, taking care of like your family,
right, right.
participating in the community. You also get like a monthly kind of stipend for going in and training.
Yeah, it's
But then
like the
you go
highest
active
paid.
duty, it's like you're sending money home. You're, you know,
Yep,
you're getting more
yep.
money than what the minimum wage is in American Samoa. So
And a lot of
I
people
understand
think,
why most of us do it, bro. It's like
yeah,
to afford
well,
stuff.
hey, you did it. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
did it. You lived it. Guess
Yeah. But I mean, but I also think about this day and like the actual, because when I signed up, bro, I was like, I'm ready to like do this for the rest of my life.
right.
And not only to follow all these rules and, you know, protocols and assignments, whatever, but also to like if something goes down, my team is gonna go out and we're actually gonna like be sent to war, right? And we're gonna have to like fight at the, you know, whatever Congress tells us like, oh, we're in a war now versus such and such. Okay. And but then you think about like the way you're twisting it in people's head, like, oh, we have to go fight these people. You've never heard of them before, but they're trying to they're trying to end your
Right,
country and
right, right.
your family, and it kind of gets pitched like that. So it's like,
Yeah.
um,
But
yeah.
on the brighter side, for a veteran stay in American
But
Samoa.
no, I mean that
No, no.
side I think is the biggest part because like you go in knowing that you might die. You
Yeah,
might be one of the many people, I mean, especially from American Samoa during like Operation Iraqi Freedom and like there in
for
the early
sure.
2000s that were passing
Anytime,
away.
anything in the Middle East, yes.
Right. So like you know that death is a possibility because
Yeah,
you're seeing it, you know, every year someone else
yeah.
like that's away.
Well, you see all the memorials now, and a lot of
Yeah.
those casualties are from those wars. Like
Yeah.
if a lot of the guys that
And
lost their lives in wars. So
and then you think about it now, 20 years later, when we're looking back at it, and it's like, you know, we never found any weapons of mass destruction. And it's like, bruh, and I started to get mad. Oh, okay. But shout out to everyone that has like offered their life in, I don't want to sound corny, like for God and country, not necessarily God, for like your
for your
country and your
family, for your
fellow.
country and your family,
I
yeah,
mean, yeah,
and
I think it's bigger than just your family because when you're
your
signing up
fellow
for that shit,
soldiers, yeah,
you're and your soldiers, but like you're doing it for everybody, all
everybody's
300
family,
million people.
for sure.
And you know, you're like
It is.
trying
It's big.
to
It's
protect
big.
for that.
American Samoa does celebrate it though. The graves are
But bruh,
painted. Like the flags fly. There's a lot of red, white, and blue in American Samoa. The
oh, that's
barbecues are
it.
going. It just as well. His whole house is red, white, and blue in American Samoa.
And that's the other part of it where it's like because such a small unit and because we lead the world, the country at least, in recruitment and signing up for it, the way of life in American Samoa is also kind of like tilted towards, like you said, that huge like
Yep.
honoring and
Super
respect of
celebrated.
military and
Yeah.
military promotions. Like the higher you go in it, the more you're kind of revered or stuff like that. But I
Right.
feel like that starts to kind of pass a tipping point where it's like it might be unhealthy uh how much reverence you put towards this kind of department or this section of jobs.
For sure.
But
Yeah, man. I mean, look, we just buried one of my first cousins. Prayers for him and his family, but he passed away from cancer. But he went to the only high school, and right out of the only high school after the like mid '80s, maybe I think he graduated straight into the military. His whole life in the military was a special forces instructor, and then took his rightful place last month, and is buried in Arlington. So you get those distinctions, when you do join the military, because he did serve a really good career in the military. And it's cool to be buried amongst your brothers like that in a place like,
Mm.
Arlington Cemetery. So yeah, something
Uh,
fun for the holidays.
all right. Yo, okay. Sports. Let's get to some news. The NBA is celebrating
I think
today.
Dallas is celebrating. I don't know about the NBA. Maybe
uh
Dallas.
Dallas
Lucci, maybe. I think
Mavericks,
Lucci's celebrating.
Lucy celebrating. Miggs
Yeah.
is definitely celebrating. The Dallas Mavericks fired general manager Nico Harrison, who will forever be connected to trading away Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a future first round pick.
Cooper Flag. We can put a name to the
Oh,
pick.
okay. Yeah, they okay. Uh I didn't they get that on their own though? That wasn't the pick the Lakers included. I think it was like a 2027
Nah,
or something.
that's the Lakers pick.
Oh, you're saying the NBA was like, hey, you give
Yeah,
Luca to the LA Lakers, we'll give you the first pick.
that's what happened.
And now Cooper Flag is a Dallas Maverick. They had like a 0.2% chance that happening. And
No, they
now
had
we
the
find out.
chance
Now we
because they
find
got him.
out all this gambling scandal stuff is happening. Was this the worst NBA or sports trade ever?
No, I don't
Trading
think
away
so.
Luka Doncic?
I don't think so.
What is what would you think is like a worse trade than this? Ricky Williams for 7 picks for like
That
8 picks,
that could be one of them, definitely, because he didn't do anything significant in New Orleans.
right?
He had an okay career. Still one of my favorite running backs from college to NFL.
Is
But
smoking weed that bad a deal? But I mean,
back
well,
then,
what would
yeah,
you?
but
Yeah.
now it's like you would have been
What if the game
celebrating,
slows down too much for him?
right? Then maybe he can hit the hole. I don't know,
What's a
but
bad trade? Luka Doncic. I mean, definitely Dallas Maverick fans are like, oh, you traded away a guy who got us to the NBA Finals for Anthony Davis at the end of his career. Not Doug Christie's son. Did you know Doug Christie and Max Christie are not related?
yes, I asked somebody as soon as because he looks like Doug Christie.
Uh,
Looks like Doug Christie, and he's
uh,
pretty good.
and a pick. Like, you don't think this trade was that bad? You think AD was better, or what do you think?
No, I think the trade for Dallas, of course, is going to be bad just because, like you said, a guy that led them to the finals didn't win it, by the way, folks in Dallas. It's not like he won the finals for you guys. Uh,
What?
he didn't win the finals.
You don't think getting to the finals with that team is not like commendable? Not something he should be recognized for?
I mean, people give credit to LeBron for making it to the finals with the guys he had when he was inside the lockout season. So, I mean,
But Lucas shouldn't.
nah, I don't think LeBron should either. But it was a shortened season. Laker fans wasn't a real season. Sorry, guys. Asterisk. Anyway,
You're talking about the 2020 NBA championship?
asterisk. It was in the lockout. It doesn't count. Uh, yeah, I just think they're gonna get something in Cooper Flag right now. He's not guaranteed either that he's gonna be great, but I think he ends up. I think he ends up if you put guys around him again, and he does. If AD's healthy, of course, there's a lot of ifs we're going to talk about because if
Lots of
AD's
sliding
healthy,
doors right
right?
now. Yeah, yeah.
If AD's healthy, Kyrie's healthy, Clay can play remotely to
Mm-hmm.
what he used to look like. You look on their roster; they're still decent without Luca. Luca's one guy, just one dude like that
He's just
left.
one
He's just
dude.
one dude, like. And again, Anthony Davis, help me out and be healthy to make my argument better. But you get Anthony Davis and you pair him with Cooper Flag, and I think it
Mm.
might be more beneficial for Dallas to have those two together if they can get on the court together and be healthy.
The Mavericks have opened 3-8 so far this season. Uh, you think they could have been better if they had Luca and Cooper Flag playing together? I think Luca would have got skinny for Cooper Flag.
I don't think so. That's another thing. I don't know how dedicated Luca was to getting right. Like he was super complacent out there in Dallas, and then he got to
This
LA and started getting criticism for his weight,
just
lack of
living in a
training,
town of skinny actors.
right,
It's like,
right. And he's probably like,
oh,
oh, well, that's not good too, because he could probably be doing like drugs. That's why actors are skinny in
hey, bro, just throwing that out there on people.
LA.
Uh, okay, so Luca, it could have been Luca and Cooper Flag, Kyrie there, Hermano, but instead Nico Harrison makes this decision to trade. The other big thing is he didn't even shop Luca around. He was just like Rob Pelinka had him like, bro, keep it right here, keep it right here. Look at me, Anthony Davis. I'll even throw in Max Christie and a pick. Come on, you're not going to get that from anybody else. Bro, you could have got that from 20 other teams for sure.
For
Their
sure.
best big man, a future pick, and something else for Luka Doncic, who's putting
I
up
do think we've
35.
seen the league involved in a lot of these trades before. Like the Lakers still cry about Chris Paul not getting traded to them. Like that would have made a difference.
Chris
Uh,
Paul and Kobe Bryant locking up every backcourt
Chris Paul's not that good.
defensively in
In
2000 and what was it, 2008,
in
10?
life, in life itself.
Whoa.
The Lakers, they're a myth. The whole
What are you talking?
yeah, no. Championships given to them by the NBA. Yeah, whatever. Uh,
It must be
no, so
nice.
my thing is like, yeah, a lot of these trades have a lot more that go into it than I think we all know. And I think everybody was pushing for Luka to go to the Lakers. I think Dallas did him a favor by sending him to the Lakers because I think what's his name was just dead set on trading him anyway. Came in, made a splash, and look, people were like, oh, he really needed to do that. He needed to come in, he needed to make a splash, coming in as the GM, and he needed to do something big to help the Dallas Mavericks. And then of course now that it's the team's 3-8, people are like, oh, you made a bad decision. But there's a lot of people that were actually applauding
Bro,
him for it. So
I feel like
I mean, the worst trade
99%.
ever right now is the person that traded away Jordan after he was drafted to Chicago
Trade
for
Jordan
Sam
wasn't
Bowie.
drafted by Chicago?
No, it was a trade.
Wait, I thought it was Portland, somebody else, Chicago at 3, and they took him third.
No, I know. Sam Bowie.
What are
They
you
took Sam
talking?
Bowie. It wasn't a trade. It's just a mispick. Sam
A
Bowie went
mistake.
one, and then he became a Laker, and his whole career went to shit.
Sporting news. I'm just trying to pull up something. 9 worst trades in NBA history. Number 1, Bucks trade Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to the Lakers.
Yeah,
Number 2, Warriors trade Wilt Chamberlain to the 76ers. Number 3, Mavericks trade Luka to the Lakers. Nets
at
trade
three,
Julius
that's pretty
Irving to
high.
the Sixers. 76ers trade Charles Barkley to the Suns. Number 6, Thunder trade Paul George to Clippers. That bro, SGA
Oh
for Paul
gosh,
George. That's
yeah.
that's pretty bad.
See, but so that one, that's in hindsight though. Like, because
Bro, they
the
gave him like
Clippers,
4 first-round picks.
so the picks alone, maybe that makes that a bad trade, but like people, like the Clippers had given up on Shot. Like they were like, nah, he's not gonna be that dude. A lot of people were like, oh, it's just
Oh,
Shy. You know what I mean? Like, it's just Shy. Trade him, go ahead, trade him, and then he goes over to Oklahoma. So a lot of this stuff is also
bro.
like when guys get traded, it's all fit. The only person on that list
Mm.
that hasn't won a championship besides Paul George is Charles Barkley, which makes all those other trades. That's why they were the worst trades. Chamberlain went over championships with LA, just won everything. Julius Irving championship. Uh, Kareem just became the best player probably in the NBA,
Yeah.
arguably the best player in the NBA when he got to LA. So if Luka can do that, of course that trade it's already sitting at 3. But if Luka goes over to LA and wins a championship without LeBron on the court, definitely probably one or two worst trades in the NBA.
Um. All right. So the Mavericks are free of Nico Harrison, Miggs is over here sending me memes of him getting hired by the Lakers. You're over here trolling me too. I hope
I
that
didn't say
doesn't
anything.
happen.
I didn't do anything. What are you
Hey,
talking
you
about?
said he was hired, and I said by the Lakers, and you said, gotcha.
No, he got picked up this
He's playing
afternoon.
with my emotions, Smokey.
He was picked up this morning in LA
Uh,
by his friends.
by his friends, Rob Palinka. All right, let's talk about aggressive cheering at football stadiums. Okay,
Oh,
this might be
you want me to fight people when I go out in public? You want me to fight
this.
people when I go out in public?
Steph and Marcus also talked about this on the weekly episode of the Politic podcast, where it's well, let's just explain what happened at San Diego State. There was a football game. I think they were playing Wyoming, and it was there that someone was getting into like a fight about
We'll say an argument.
some
We'll say an
loud
argument,
cheering, right?
right?
And the video comes in where it's talking about Paulangi Karen. And how would you explain the setup to this? Because the video comes in and a security guard is already there. A white couple in some seats are
It looks like there's
re-recording.
a white female and she's having a problem with a Polynesian woman who's cheering. And the Polynesian woman is saying that, oh, this is how we cheer. And you can hear also, most likely, Polynesian people in the background, faumui, which
Mm-hmm.
is something that we do. Yes, it is. Uh, it's actually a war cry for our people, but in modern times, it's used to cheer. Like that's how we show that we're cheering for someone. But the Palangi lady is saying you don't need to cheer that aggressively, like right next to me. And then, of
Mm-hmm.
course, they are sitting in what looks to be a private box.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're in that box, yeah, I mean, like, if someone's next to it, you paid money for that, then definitely you are allowed some kind of like, look, go stand over there and cheer. Uh, but
This
people are
is
making it out to be like it's because she's following, and the lady doesn't like that.
the
It's her
lady
fault,
does not know about how it is a war
right?
cry or a celebration. And also the guys on the Politickin podcast, when they were talking about it, they kind of boiled it down to it being um, a lack of representation in that our people don't to like regular people, they don't know about us in the fact that part of our cheering is following and letting out like loud yells and stuff like that. They just think it's like
Obnoxious, yeah,
obnoxious or like animalistic. What's like the
yeah,
word there?
aggressive,
Like they're like, oh, it's kind of beneath them to be cheering like that. I don't know if
yeah,
they're from a different team. Maybe they're that's another thing where it's like people are being pit against each other. Maybe one of them was for San Diego and the other one was for Wyoming, and they were kind of getting in each other's faces like that. But there's also the security guard there who is like definitely taking the VIP seat couple's side, and that he's telling the girl she cannot follow, she cannot cheer like that. He also mentions that they did it directly at the couple instead of at the
yes,
field.
being aggressive towards the couple.
Uh, so yeah, everyone's like, "Oh, we're gonna find these people and cancel them." What do you think? Oh,
Uh, look, I'm all for my people. Don't get it twisted. I love my people. I grew up back home in American Samoa, following everything. If you see me at a concert and it's a Polynesian concert, or if I'm at a football game and my nephews are playing, definitely gonna follow me, but in my section with my people. And I'm not saying you should only do it in the section of your people, but we don't see the rest of that video. We don't know how they got to that point.
mhm.
And the fact that the security guard is like, yeah, but not aggressively towards these people. And she's just and she's standing next to their box, and she's just like, yeah, because I mean, I'm just cheering. I'm just cheering. This is how we cheer. Take your ass and go cheer on the other side. why you have to cheer next to these people? Like, even if she says something to you, maybe if you were in the back somewhere, like again, we don't see the whole video. If you were in the back and they asked the security guard to come back to you, like if you were somewhere else, not close to them, and you ask the security guard to, then yes, I'm with you. I'm with you. We're not represented that way. People don't know, and now they have a problem with you because you're cheering away from them.
Mhm.
But all we saw in the video was her next to them arguing her case, and they look like they're in like a private box or something, like somewhere where she wasn't sitting. So like, just like
You saying
you
she didn't need to like make this a thing? Could have just
for
moved on.
sure. Yeah, like if you were
But she
fine,
wanted to record these people telling her to stop following. But you think it's not about the follow, it's just that it was happening at them instead of
I
around
do,
them.
I do
Well, I
because
mean, yeah, you say because there's someone that's following during this video being recorded, right?
right,
And
there's somebody
they don't
following in the
say,
background.
"Hey, you can't yell like that." They're just telling
Yeah,
they're
they're
telling the
telling
group
her that
not
she
to
can't yell
yell
at
at
them.
the
Yeah,
people. Yeah, okay.
yeah, and I know
And
my people.
I can see that being like, oh, you're gonna freaking tell me, and then
Yes, yes. I got people on my team, in my corner, in my family that are like that. Like, you gonna tell us like, oh, yo, it's cheer like that. Oh, and then you know what? Someone in my group, there's definitely someone in my group that is gonna click in their head like, oh, you gonna tell me I can't cheer like that? Okay, let's all just stand here and cheer right next to them and see what they do. Like I know it, and people are gonna go, no, you don't know it. Hey, all right, again, just if you have the rest of the video, fine, show it. I'll be the first person to be like, no, you right, sis. You know what I mean? Let's find these people and cancel them. But all we have is you standing next to the box they're sitting in that they probably paid money for, and you're over there like,
you
you know,
said okay. You said the box that they're paying for. They look to be in like private seats.
right.
I mean, as security guards, we're like told, hey,
Yeah.
make sure
If
these
they're in that
people
section,
are
right.
get
This
to
is
their
their
spot.
section. Exactly.
But man, I yeah, in this video, I didn't see anything where it was like the couple was. Oh, I mean, they definitely look like jerks
For sure.
as the whole thing's happening, right?
If you're gonna pay for those seats, you're a jerk. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. They pay for those seats. They're sitting in that box. They're probably someone I'm not gonna want to kick it with. They're probably, yeah, of course. They're probably shitty people, honestly. Uh,
But
and
this
to
just didn't need to be like a
yeah,
fight.
it didn't need. It's yeah. Like, look, go
That
back to
bro,
what
the people in the comments of this TikTok video are like, find these people, bruh, and it just generally pissed off. But I feel like it's not,
it's not that.
fully
It's not what.
legit.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and that's the thing with our people too. Because once one of us is like, once one of us get into it, it's all of us are into it. You
True.
know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's like, oh no, nah. Especially if it has something to do with culture. You know. Also, in the times that we're in right now, anything that you're gonna start that has to do with culture or race or ethnicity is gonna be super blown up real
Hmm.
quick. Times
Viral social
right,
media, viral video.
right. The emotions and energy of the country is high right now when it
Bruh,
comes to
for
things like
real.
that. So, like,
Everyone's just searching for something crazy to share
that's what I'm saying.
and like validate themselves. Uh okay, yeah. Are we not backing up our people immediately blindly? Does that make us bad? What do you like?
No, it makes us it makes us aware. It makes us
It makes us smart. Fuck.
like, man,
Oh
like not
no.
hey, like again, like you just said, we do back up our people, but hey, some of us have to be like, okay, wait a minute. We can back wait a
Okay,
minute, we
hold
can
up.
back hold on, we can back them up,
Tiny
but
Mike, Tiny Mike.
hold on. Let us all not look like assholes when we get down to, you know what I mean? Like, man, there's just some things that you gotta learn to maybe take a step back on and find out everything that's happening, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I want to see more. I mean that happened like
right,
a week, like almost 2 weeks ago. So
right.
I mean,
Also, too, the couple isn't really saying anything bad to her. they're really just asking her to go away from their section. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like,
can you just do that over there?
over there.
No.
Yeah. So shout
Yeah.
out to you, girl, for cheering for your cousins and stepping up for the culture. But but
We just needed to see more. I needed to
right,
know more.
right.
I don't.
And I'm not trying to be on the fence so that when it comes out that they did, like, you were supposed to be in that section. I'm saying, like, it just doesn't look like it to me. That's my
It's not.
opinion. And
It's not
if
winning a case.
right,
It's
like,
an infuriating. It's
for
like,
sure,
oh, look at
for sure.
these like rich people that bought box seats that can't be bothered by having someone follow them
Right,
around them when something
right.
fun happens.
Look,
But I suspect that like there was some little tiff beforehand, and now people started following directly at the people when
active at
something
the couple.
happened.
Right, right,
Especially if
right,
they're
right.
on different teams. If my team tackles your team for a big loss or something like that, and I want to get in your face, and we've talked about Samoans being some of the worst
Look,
cheerers and before and after
uh,
people.
we were with Frankie Lou's people at a game the other one time. Frankie's all his good friends, they show up for him, and they're all tightly knit. They show up for each other, not just for Frankie. But we went, me, Junior Noah, Junior's wife. We went to go watch a game, and all of Frankie's boys. We all sat in the same section, and one of his boys, there's a family in the front cheering. I don't know what they were cheering about, but it was a guy and his daughter, and one of the boys in the back. I'm not even gonna say no names because it doesn't need to be said, but one of the guys also had been drinking a lot, like, just took it upon himself to look at this man and his daughter, and the man didn't like because the dude that was with us, he was swearing, and he kind of looked back and was like,
Oh
"Hey, my
no,
daughter's here," like, and he was like, "What? What?" He's like,
my
"F."
daughter's here.
Right. He's like, "F you. You have a
What?
problem with me? Like, I'll come down." And
What?
so, yeah. So, you know what I mean? Like, anytime we're challenged, it's like, okay.
What is that a
It is what it is.
challenge? Hey, can you
Right.
not cuss?
So
Like,
that's what we were saying. So most of us were just like, we even had to apologize. And I felt bad because the man and his daughter ended up leaving. And,
oh,
it's it was weird. And then, like, but same thing. Me and my cousins were at UNLV's graduation a couple years ago, and we were high up in the stands. And when they called out my niece's name to walk down the aisle, of course, like who we
yeah,
are,
let it out.
everybody's like, so we were cheering, and of course, following. And a couple of people turned around and looked at us like, ew. And all of us responded, and I'm ashamed to say, I was like, "Fuck, are you looking at?" Like, yeah. And you know what happened right after that? We followed for all the 5 people that followed my niece for no reason.
Everyone's getting a cheer now,
Now everybody's gonna get a follow, and
and
there have been
you're gonna hear
instances
it.
too. We were at a graduation for my nephew, and this mom saw the way we were cheering for my nephew, and she politely came to ask my aunt if there was any way that we could cheer for her son the same way too. It's just
Nice,
her and her son. So
nice.
you have those instances too, like, in the mom,
People recognize it.
right? And she just loved the way that we celebrated our people, and so it can work either way, man. It just, yeah,
Just
man,
usually works the other way, where it's like,
yeah, yeah,
que my
yeah,
ah
yeah, that'll fit up. Yeah, so you know,
man. I wonder if we're like uh using that anecdotal evidence where we're like, oh, this is probably what happened kind of here. And if that's like, man, I don't know. I'm interested to see. It's definitely, I've just heard people being like pissed off, but I've been rewatching the video, the only video that we have, and I'm like, yeah, the security guards kind of douchey, and these people definitely are hateable faces, but I can't
look,
rule
security guards
in
have a hard
absolute
time,
favor here.
man. Security guards have a hard time because
Nah, he could have done a
no,
lot
he
better.
could have been he
He's
could have been
being,
bitter about it and kind of
yeah.
just like, well, can you come over here and cheer? He didn't have to say so.
Yeah,
Well, you
definitely
can't be yelling,
separate instead of. It
like,
looks like he's backing them up, and they're taking that as
right.
all white
And my
people
thing
when
is, like,
cops show up. Yeah,
what you mean I can't yell at a football game? So that part, I'm like,
that's 90% of the
what
comments.
what you mean I can't yell at a football game? So, like, that, yeah. So that part, but like with the couple, you know, uh, and if they waved him down to come get her, you know, yeah, just a lot of things. But in the
Yeah.
video, just like you from what I saw. Just yeah, I need to see
Well,
more. I need to see more.
shout out to that family. Lanai619. Yeah. Someone go follow her. Go run the numbers up at least. Maybe she can get
Yeah,
some
yeah. Maybe she gets a
cash out from
meal.
TikTok. TikTok's
Maybe
going
she.
US. TikTok's getting sold back or get sold to the US.
I thought they were sold to the U.S. already.
Yeah, that was supposed to happen, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
yeah, I'm not surprised. But the
The
money they could make,
government's opening. The government should be open next week.
hate it
And
because the wrong people are getting all the credit for it. And I'm not saying it's not a Democratic um
failing?
Republican thing.
Yes, it is.
No, my thing is there's people on both sides that are getting things done, trying to get things done.
Mm.
We don't see, but like the other people, everybody else is getting the credit for it, and that sucks.
The whole point of this shutdown was to force Republicans to write legislation that extends the Obamacare
Right.
subsidies, right?
So people could
They
get
twisted it, they spun it as, oh, the Democrats want to give insurance companies money. They don't care about you.
yeah,
Right. And then for the 40-day shutdown, a bunch of people got fired. People were losing their jobs when they didn't have to, right? People don't usually get fired. They just get furloughed. They get back pay later.
yeah.
People were getting fired. SNAP benefits were getting taken away. There were definitely a lot of, pressure points
Shout out
put
to the
down.
states who I don't know if they were prepared, but shout out to the states who were still giving out SNAP benefits during that time.
Yeah, they were. I mean, and they're hoping to get reimbursed from
For sure.
federal, right?
Yeah.
From the White House. But we'll see how that's going to happen. This whole shutdown was, hey, if you want to let these subsidies expire and cause everyone who's on, government health care to have to pay 2 or 3 times more per month. Like if you're paying $400, you're going to pay $800, $1,000.
800 now. Yep.
That's not possible. People don't have that kind of money. It's not
That's
like
why
we're
they're on
saving
government
up
health care.
hella.
That's
Yeah.
why they're on government health care because they can't afford it. But now you want to make it even more unaffordable for people. And a lot of people are going, well, because there's illegal aliens. Yeah, but even among those people, there's still Americans that are using this healthcare. Like
Yeah, you're trying to shut it down because you think someone's misusing it. Meanwhile,
it's
90%
right.
of people, plus. Uh so for the Democrats to say, okay, we're going to reopen it, but we're not going to get those, government subsidies to keep healthcare costs down for everyone. We're not going to get those extended for sure. That's a freaking fat L. The 8 Democrat senators that agreed to reopen the government against the rest of the Democrat, not just the Democrat senators, but the Democrat House, everyone, like the entire country that just voted for a blue wave 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago, they said, oh, hella people in our states are federal workers that needed their jobs back, and we got their jobs back. Well, it was illegal to fire them, and courts were giving them their jobs back.
Right, right.
But they're saying, oh, we got SNAP funded through the end of next year. And it's like SNAP should have never been taken away. There's lawsuits in process happening right now where people would have got their SNAPs back. But just the fact that people were losing their jobs, losing money, losing food was enough that people were like, bruh, sign some shit, get this going back up, get the government back open so we can start getting money again. Just be and it
Just
worked,
straight.
bruh. I'm gonna say it. The president does not care. The man wrote the art of the deal. It's not a fair deal. It's whatever his deal is, he's about to get it. And especially with the levers of power that they're giving him now, the Supreme Court is saying, hey, yeah, a president can do whatever he wants, yada yada yada. It's for the country. Hopefully, they rule against the tariff stuff. They're gonna have to refund like trillions of dollars in tariff money.
You speak about that though. I would like that $2,000. I forget.
That is not happening.
I know.
We talked about that this morning. We were like, hey, Donald Trump been giving people money. I don't know. I don't follow politics. All I know is Donald Trump has sent me $4,000 in the last 6 years. You know, so hey, you can't be that bad a guy, right? He knows people are broke as shit. He's the one making us broke. But he's
Yeah,
like, I'm gonna give
and
you some of the money that I'm making for the tariffs.
that's how
But the
you keep
Supreme Court
people.
is like,
Yeah,
nah, the tariffs are illegal. You have to give all that money back. But the tariff money that they brought in has already been spent on other stuff. So there's no money to give back to
yeah,
people.
exactly.
Anyways, the fact that it's open without hardcore,
For
healthcare
sure.
costs staying low, man, what a bummer.
You know what else we
It
lost,
feels like
Lance?
a big loss.
We just lost the rest of our followers.
What?
No,
Whatever. Oh,
jokes.
no.
We
My
just lost
bad.
half of our
Sorry. Hey,
followers.
wake up. Wake up. Hey, if you're driving, wake up. All
No, I
right.
mean, half of them are probably Republican.
Oh, no, I mean,
I'm joking.
I hope we can talk about this. I would love to like do a
For
freaking,
sure, we should be able to,
yeah.
because yeah, but uh,
But
but
we're not gonna do that. This is probably lead to a fight.
yeah.
There was one time John Rayner wasn't at the morning show for KHJ, and we decided to do the craziest phone poll. And it was, do you believe there is such thing as an ugly baby? And the phone lines were quiet, dog. Crickets for freaking
But that's Samoa though, because
10
Samoa is
minutes,
like, look,
bro.
that's why Samoa is also like a lot. There's a lot of Republicans. Samoans in general, just because the church made their way to Samoa, became very
Mm,
conservative
conservative,
at
yeah.
an early time. Uh, and so like, yeah, if you're gonna put someone on like that, you're definitely gonna get crickets.
Bro, we got crickets so hard. We were about to go to commercial. Someone called in and they were like, "You guys are so wrong for doing this, but you ain't wrong. There are some ugly babies." And they hung up
Oh,
real quick, bro. That started such a firestorm. Like 30 minutes later, people were calling in, yelling at us. And someone was like on air, like, you know who's ugly? You're ugly. You're ugly for saying these things.
I would have been
We
like,
were like, all
duh,
right,
that's why we
guys.
put the poll out, because
All
I'm
right,
ugly.
guys. Guys, we're gonna have to shut this down.
Oh,
We're never
that's
doing
hilarious.
another poll.
Man, I wish I was listening
Uh,
that day. I would have been like, "Hey, have you seen my
Bruh.
baby pictures?
So
Of course,
many
they're ugly babies."
yeah, so many people started calling in. And we're like, no, they're precious. Like, yeah, crazy
That's
stuff.
hilarious.
I
That's
forget
hilarious.
exactly why that popped up, but I'm sure it's gonna make sense when I listen back to this.
Yeah, we
Uh
should put that like on like you guys should throw that on the pod and poll it.
Poll it.
We should put, are there ugly babies?
Oh my goodness. No, no such thing, bro. No such thing.
Oh man, no hell no! I'll say some of y'all kids.
What are you talking about? Every baby is beautiful.
Every family got ugly kids, man.
Shout outs. Shout out to the network. You see the logo behind me. If you don't, get to YouTube. TPN, the Polytickin Network. Shout out to the
Oh,
Pod
it's a good
Boys.
time, man. Oh, it's a good time.
Bro, it's a good conversation. I mean, we just gotta keep up with the topic. So, that's another thing. If you have something interesting, hit us up. Hit us up because I feel like we're kind of blind spotting. I don't know. We're definitely NFL guys talking about
Spitballing,
sports and stuff. What?
spitballing.
Spitballing. We're definitely NFL side, so there's a bunch of other stuff, but definitely want to highlight things that are important to our listeners. So whether it's a sports story, one of your crazy sports hot takes, or if you think there's a Ballinesian out there somewhere that deserves some recognition for their athletic prowess or coaching or
Jeez.
what they're doing out there in the community, send us all that. We want to highlight these people. We want to highlight these
Oh, for sure, man.
events and
Just that,
stuff.
as you're saying that too. Uh, Shout out to the young man from New Zealand. Um, he was playing in the NBL. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he decided to cut off his pro career in Australia and make his way to America and enroll at Pitt, where he's playing now. And gosh, the kid jumps out the gym. He plays defense. He had a nasty block that's been going viral lately. Uh, Roman Siolepa, if you guys have the time, run up his follows on Instagram or wherever you can follow him. Roman Siolepa. That's SIULEPA. I know a bunch of us are following him already. I seen George on his page. I seen Pete Toloto on his page. I mean, he's at like 21,000 already, but the young man is at Pitt now, University of Pitt. Um, a lot of talk about him. A lot of talk about him. I want to say he's a freshman this year, but yeah,
There,
man, Samoan kid all the way from Australia, New Zealand, around that region, making waves right now. So it's gonna be great to see, man.
there's also a Nathaniel Salmon, who played, I think, in the NBL too, but he was at Chargers minicamp
Oh
with the
wow,
International Players Pathway,
yeah.
but now he's going to colleges. Like there's a Arizona State, West Virginia, and Utah were trying to recruit him.
Oh fire.
And people were like, "Man, this guy in an NFL jersey last month or something like that." But because it's just the international pathway, and he hasn't
Yeah, he
actually
doesn't. It's
played,
not guaranteed. Yeah.
he still keeps that amateur status. So yeah, shout out to
No,
that.
fire. That's pretty cool.
Bro, yeah,
Yeah,
hella cool. I didn't even know that
love
he
to
was
see.
there. But he played NBL. All right. Thanks for doing this. Good stuff.
Of
Well
course,
done.
man.
Always.
Yeah,
Uh I think you should definitely be allowed to aggressively cheer
I do
at
too.
football games.
Yeah,
That is not a problem at all. There are some people that oh, I didn't come to the stadium to be yelled at. Well,
maybe
maybe
you
you
should
should have
go
stayed
stay
home.
home,
Maybe
right?
you should have stayed home.
Maybe you should have stayed home. That's what people do. That's what people pay tickets for, to go there and cheer like that. Also,
For
people don't
real.
pay for tickets for people to come and yell right next to them and yell at them. So it works both ways.
There you go. Any last shout outs before we go?
Actually, yeah. More of a prayer request, man. There's a
Nice.
young man. He goes by. His name is Avery. His Instagram handle is Avery the Poke Kid. He's in a bad way right now. He's got like stage 4 cancer. He's
Oh
back
no.
in the hospital right now. So if you guys have prayers for him, super cool kid. He just started doing content, kind of like what he wants to do. Uh, he got a little bit of like screen time when he went to his last uh card show and met a man by the name of Phil, who goes by Beer Dad Cards. Super great human. If you guys go follow him, all his friends, great
Mm-hmm.
guy. But Avery was there, and but his family's been posting up updates on how he's doing right now, and the cancer is spreading a little faster than they would like it to at the moment. So
Yeah.
they're gonna try something new. But as of now, he's not doing too well. He's in the hospital. So if you guys have the time, throw out some prayers for my guy Avery, man. Shout out to you, Avery. Hope you get better soon, man. Can't wait to see your next video. Hurry up and make these videos with us, man. Let's pull these cards together, guy. Let's pull these cards together. Shout out to my
Uh,
guy.
have you been out collecting any more, picking up any more
Oh yeah,
cards or
man.
boxes?
Not
He
cards.
said, yeah, yeah, bro.
Don't ask me this stuff, man. I'm too excited to share with people, man. So I don't know how old you guys are, but this is not your grandmother's Wonder Woman. So this is the new Wonder Woman they're doing right now. It's called Absolute Wonder Woman. The new DC universe, the Absolute Universe. If you guys aren't following it, if you guys are into comics, you should really do it. Batman's super cool. The new Superman, Flash, but Wonder Woman. So the twist on Wonder Woman is, yes, she's an Amazon, but her and her mother Cersei, they are not from the island where they are. They're actually from the underground. So yeah, she's from hell. She's a princess from
Oh.
hell, but she's still a superhero.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty cool twist. This is the second issues, but I went because the cover is super cool. So I do like Marcus when I want to read stuff. I pick up what they call trades. They'll have I think it's 1 through 6 of the issues in one book, like an actual book, kind of like. Um, I read those, but for covers, again, super cool cover. I mean, look at that. She still has her lasso in it, but look at that sword.
Yeah, that's like Final Fantasy 7.
And oh, and in the Batman comic, he carries an axe. It's super cool because his chest plate, his bat, he pulls out a handle, tucks it into the bottom of that
Shing!
chest plate, and pulls it. Oh my gosh.
The axe bat
Uh,
comes off.
yeah, man, I'm telling you. And I picked up a few of these little guys too, like Kakashi. That's my guy, Kakashi. If you guys watch Naruto, if you guys are watching Solo Leveling, I got his knight. You know, just little stuff. I would show you my table, but it would show you how much of a 45 man right now. Nothing with being a nerd, guys. Also, I mean, we did a lot of stupid stuff when we were younger, and now, again, I seen a meme and I posted it, like my inner child smiling at me, watching me growing older now with the money that I can buy the things that I wanted to as a kid and
Mm.
couldn't. So, I mean, sometimes it makes me broke, but I pay all my bills first, guys. I promise. I pay all
There
my
you
bills
go.
first.
You gotta work on my budgeting.
And then the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna send out Nora stuff. I got some stickers for her. I got that card for her. Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to send you and Sammy a card too, so you guys kind of get that feeling, you know.
Send me a pack. Let's open
And
them up.
then I picked up by uh I had some advice from Sefa. I mean, I wasn't gonna open it, but great advice from Sefa. Picked this up from Machine. So this is a booster box. This has, I want to say, 36 packs in it. I don't know if you can see
Wow.
the packs right there. So at the machines, if you can find one at the machine, it's only 160. And people are probably like, God damn,
God
that
damn.
that's MSRP right now. That's the price they come up before being resold. On the market, this box, this Surging Sparks box right here, Surging Sparks, on the market, value price from 160, it jumps to 270 in some places or 235. And that, folks, is why there's stockbrokers telling you to invest in Pokemon cards right now. So this one, although I'm tempted every day to open it,
So and every day you don't open it, there are other
wait,
boxes that gets open, and the more
yes,
rare your box becomes,
exactly.
and the
And the
more
thing is,
price.
it's just like gambling, because you don't know. Yes, there's probably a hit in this card, but is it the hit that you want? The first advice Seth ever gave to me when I asked him about collecting when I started was what's good for me, and he said you should start with the singles. So when people talk about singles, they don't talk about single packs, they talk about single cards. So you go look for like kind of the cards that you're chasing, like that you want to collect, and you buy them by singles instead of buying a whole box like this for $240
And
at the
hoping.
cheapest price and hoping that you get the card that you get. That's the gamble, and then, but sometimes you do get a good gamble. I'll buy a pack or two. This came from, I was at a store. Anytime if you're at your food land, that's not Hawaii. If you're at your local Safeway and the machine's not hitting, definitely go behind the service desk and ask them if they have packs. They usually have packs in the drawers back there. Not too many people know about it, but if you just ask, they usually have packs. And I was able to pull this. It's called a hyper rare. If you can, I don't know if you can see the
Wow.
gold around it. So, I was able to pull that yesterday. Super cool. And yeah, I mean, it is not really time consuming. It's
You
it,
look
it's
happy. He's
and
smiling.
that's what I was just about to say. Yeah, man, like I'm older now. I take care of my parents. I don't really go out anymore. My people, Lance is in Portland, Noah's in Portland, Will's in Portland, Junior's back home. I got some people that I hang out with out here, but I don't get much out of the house right now. So, Marcus and
Mm.
Seth are totally different states as well. So my guys in Samoa. So like this takes the place of that, and it really just, it mellows me out a lot. Uh, the art rare is super cool. Um, and then if you like, I just mentioned that kid, Avery, the Poke kid. Never met him. It's like watching the videos and then watching the community interact with him, and then watching these people like Beer Dad or Poke Sean. These are all guys who collect and they stream. The community and the way they give back to, like, especially kids, is crazy because they give out like 40 $50 cards in card collecting. That's a lot of money for one card, $40 $50. So like they'll give like for free. Like they'll have kids come up to, of course they have their chat donate sometimes. They get donations and their chat donates to them during these live shows, or they do allocate probably some of the stuff to that. But like they're not in it at all for the money. I'm pretty sure there's companies now that are
Mm,
sponsoring them that send them to these card shows, but that's not why they got into it. And they were doing this way before they ever got sponsored. So the community itself and the way they reach out to help people, uh, just even if it's just a card they're giving away, that's super big. Like you walk up to someone's booth and they're like, "Oh, that's the card you need. You've been chasing that card. Take it."
boom.
That's crazy. Like for real. And if you see the interactions and yeah, the interactions are crazy. But if you're also in it for the money, there's money to be made in it. Like I just said, if you can get to these machines, and I was lucky, there was three of these boxes in there. Of course, I wasn't about to buy all three. But imagine that you spend that's so three boxes, you spend 400, but your get back is gonna be
750, 800.
yep. So like you get what 400 at least on it, at least half, like more than half of what you pay for it, you get back. That's crazy. That is wild. And to think
Yeah.
that Jake Paul paid $5 million for one card. Let
That's
that
a lot
sink.
of money, dog. You
Let
just
that,
gotta find it. You just gotta find the card and then make the like
man, Blake
sell it.
Martinez quit his football
Oh
career
yeah.
to sell Pokemon cards.
Wait.
He also got in trouble.
I was gonna say, didn't he get tied up in something? He just like not shipping
So
the cards out.
he wasn't shipping he fake cards. He was scamming people.
Wow.
But he quit because he hit on a card that was worth like 500,000. So in his head, he was like, "Well, if I got this card and I got my NFL money,
Yeah.
business." You know what I mean? So like, yeah, of course, do it the right way, folks. If you're at a machine and you buy one thing and there's people behind you, please let other
Yeah, just
people.
take your one thing.
Please grab your one thing and go. Everywhere is having a limit now when you go places. Uh, I can't tell you not to bring your whole family so they can all get one thing, but if yeah, places like Walmart didn't have a limit before, Target didn't have a limit. Those guys have limits now on what you can get. Uh, Best Buy and GameStop are probably really good places to go to as well with their limits, but also with their product. So super cool, man. Try to saturate the market so prices will go down for the kids. Because
That's what we do it for.
yeah, exactly. Like I said, yeah. I love it. I've been trying to get all these kids that are around me into it. Some of them look at me like I'm the weird uncle now, not the cool one like before. Like you collect Pokemon cards, and the other kids are just like opened up a whole new world for them because now they're like open with it. I collect too. That's cool. I didn't know you collect. And now I'm even cooler because they could be cool with me where before they thought that I didn't collect stuff like that and like it was weird, so they didn't
It's
want to share that.
another
Yeah, so
another
now
connection point.
yeah,
Yeah.
so super cool, man. And just the way Nora also lit up about the stickers, even stickers.
Yeah, for real.
My niece collects LPS. I don't know if you know what that is, the littlest pet shops.
Okay.
These tiny little figurines, which are also going up in price. It's crazy. But they have sticker packs now, so you can collect stickers now, and they become vintage and they become valuable. So yeah, man, there's something out there for everybody. I promise you. Um, Again, hopefully the four of us can sit down one day and just have a show maybe once a month and talk about like uh
Nice.
I'm
Collecting.
yeah, I got comics, I got uh the cards, and then my memorabilia right now is not yeah. So I started with a few things. This is the first thing I ever started with. Chelsea and T-Pesa got me this from I think
Nice.
Chelsea's second All-Star game. So there's a bunch of names on here. Candace is on there. Um, who else? Yeah, there's just a bunch of people on here. Uh, so this is probably my most
Dope.
prized position. One because it came from Chelsea. That's Chelsea right there.
Oh my
See great
god.
spell. So super cool, man. God. So stuff like that, man. Something for everybody. And like you see the basketball cards, we showed that on the show. Yeah, super cool, man. Um, you meet all kinds of people,
Facts.
meet all kinds of people, and it's also made me do math again. That's the part I don't like.
I love
So
it. This is getting
yeah,
me into it. I'm like, yeah, 40% out the door.
I'm
Let's
telling you, man.
go.
I'm telling you, bro. Like, look at this. This box, man, it's crazy. And the new set that just came out, it doesn't really drop until Thursday. Prices for those box are already at like $300. For what? Like, let me buy some before you raise the price, damn it. Like,
Crazy.
you haven't even dropped it yet. So yeah, my next adventure, maybe I'll try to film it a little bit. I'm gonna get off of work.
Oh yeah, content.
I get off of work Thursday night. I'm gonna ask my nephew if I could borrow his car. Still got a car, my car's down, but my nephew's gracious enough. I ride with him to work and back. I'm gonna ask him if I can drop him off. We get off at like 11. It's an hour drive home, so we get home about 12, 12:10. I'm gonna eat something and I'm gonna drive back to either Best Buy or GameStop and camp out for the drop of Phantasmal Flames, the new
Bro,
Pokemon
you
set
gotta
coming
you
out
gotta stream that, dog.
this year. So this should be fun. I know a couple people that are I met in the line waiting for stuff a couple weeks ago. They said it'd be cool. Yeah, they'll be there. So, some hot
Oh
chocolate.
snap, it's a party.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah,
You
man.
gotta bring the ramen, bro.
Hey, go do what makes you happy, guys. Go do what makes you happy, please.
Uh good stuff. We're
Can't wait.
yeah, I can't wait to get like a collector's cut to, you know, show
Telling you,
going, get together.
my, my little pony.
Hey,
What is what
MLP.
is what is she into right now? What is
Nora?
yeah.
Super kitties. The freaking super kitties. They're brave, they're strong, they're smart, they're kind.
You know what? I think there might be a market.
Nah, dog.
I'm not lying. She does Disney. Oh my gosh! Right before we go, they're called Lorcana. That is the Disney princess and all the stuff. The cards are
Oh damn.
ridiculous price right now. I'm telling you, there's certain cards that are already in the low thousands. So
Wow.
yeah, Star Wars cards, Magic the Gathering, yeah,
Bro.
Dragon
I'm
Ball.
gonna have to pick one of these and figure out and just like
Telling you,
dive into it.
yeah, let's do it.
All right. Thanks to everybody for listening. We will be back next week with some. I'm sure we're going to be talking about more food. Thanksgiving's coming up.
Ooh,
Shout out again to the veterans. Happy Veterans Day. Appreciate your service and
yo, man.
sacrifice and work. And yeah, we'll catch you guys. Catch you guys around. Stay hydrated. Stay blessed. Stay balling. Love and light. Peace.